How exactly did a 345-pound kid go to a 225-pound machine in just 1 year? In this video, we're going to interview Kai and see exactly how he transformed his body and his life. We are currently about to interview Kai and see how his weight loss journey went. So how many pounds did you lose?
From today, let me think. I'll say 118 from today. 120.
120. What's the biggest you ever were?
Like 345.
345? Wow. What year was that?
2020 or yeah, 2020, 2019.
2019. Okay, so it's 2024, so it's 5 years later. How much do you weigh?
Right now I'm like 227.
227.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
So add it up.
add it up? I got you. Okay, so what was the hardest part about your journey?
The hardest part was really finding like the discipline for yourself within the everyday habits and the everyday routine. All you have to do is really just gather yourself one day. It takes one day to really sit in your room to take full accountability and deeply reflect on your last problems to really figure out what was your problem and what can you do better. So the hardest part of my journey is to take accountability and to accept that everything was your fault and you could do better based on your actions and your habits.
Absolutely. I love that. So, do you feel like the journey of losing weight is mostly mindset?
It's for sure mindset, you feel me? Like your physical body is one thing, yeah, that's cool, but it's a reflection of your mind. Strong body, strong mind, I'm big on that. So yeah, I would say that.
Okay, what's one of your favorite mindset quotes?
So
All right. All right.
yeah.
Explain it. Explain it.
It's just like, oh yeah, I don't feel like doing nothing. So what? Who cares? It's really like, yeah, who cares and so what? No one's gonna save you. That's really the best mindset code. No one's gonna save you. No one cares about you but yourself. No one you are a reflection on how people are gonna treat you. So if you care about yourself, the whole world's gonna care about you. If you don't care, you don't care, no one's gonna care about you.
Wow. Okay. How many people do you think you've affected after losing your 100 pounds?
um I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, because it's a love hate relationship. Some people take it as, oh yeah, they see it and they be like, yeah, maybe you were just more blessed than me, and yeah, I am God's favorite. Thank you, God. Them seeing me do it, it's either gonna motivate them or it's gonna make them just be like, that's him and that's not me. So it will fluctuate based on each person and their mindset. But for me, like it was kind of easier for me because I was always the biggest friend. So me being the heaviest friend, it was easier for me being around a whole bunch of skinny guys. And you know Bryce personally, you feel me, we're both fat together, but
Yeah.
7-Eleven gurus, Taco Bell guru.
Tell them the stories. What's the biggest we ever were? Well, what's the biggest I was? Because you talked about you.
You're just built weird, so that's just like one thing.
So weird.
Like, yeah, being built weird, like I was just like, I was more big and stocky, but I was really just big, like fat. And Bryce wasn't like too fat, but he was just built weird, so it just made him look way worse. But it was just based on our habits. Like in 8th grade, like our mindset was not strong enough, and that's really what it came down to. At that point, we went to gratify ourselves, the best that we could versus delaying it. So we was doing stupid stuff. Like what? 7-Eleven was my neighbor, Taco Bell was my neighbor, but I also live on the street. So it's just decisions you can make. I can run on the street or I can go to Taco Bell, and I was choosing to do the wrong things. And my life reflected that.
Absolutely. Now when I see you running around the streets, literally like David Goggins, like no joke.
You're depressed because you're not doing shit with yourself.
Like people, even in the town when we used to play football here, they used to say like they seen you running. What's the most amount of miles you ran, and how do you maintain the miles when you're running? What do you think about?
So that's two questions. So the first question was, how many miles have I run in a day? My best day, I probably ran up to like 14, 15 miles in one
Wow.
day.
A week.
But I'm not gonna sit up here and say I ran that consistently. Of course, I walked, ran. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I just know I completed 15 miles in one day.
What
You feel
about
me?
in a week?
In a week, let me think. So I don't know the exact number on top of my head, but sometimes I'll be posting on Instagram and I'll be like at 28 midweek. So by Wednesday, I hit 28 already.
Okay. What's your
So
yeah
maybe like the whole week, probably like, 60, 70.
60, 70? Okay. What's
Yeah.
your Instagram so they can go check out when you post those stories and get motivated?
Wavy Kai, WavyKyh.
All right. Bet. Okay. Another good question. I want to know, what do you eat on a daily day basis, and when you get cravings, what do you do?
Okay, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like everyone's perfect, but it's about what you do most of the time of your day versus, you know, like it's about what you're gonna do mainly and daily to get where you want to go. So I'll say mostly if I ate whole foods, then I'm able to suppress my cravings by being full, and stuff that's not, too extreme. Like I'm not sitting here telling you to be super extreme, but I am telling you to I'm telling you just to do what's right for yourself. Everyone knows what's right for themselves. It's just harder to make that decision. So make the right decision for yourself and you will get the results that you want. Me personally, I eat, mostly whole foods, and then if I'm out on a run, like if I'm out and I'm not at home, if I can't cook myself a meal, I try to eat just healthy as I can. So a cheat meal to me is Chipotle. Like that's what it comes down to. So Chipotle is like me eating McDonald's. You feel me? I'm like, you know what? I want something quick. I don't feel like making myself food. I'm gonna go to Chipotle.
Exactly. Okay. Because most people think that Chipotle is a healthy meal, so you making a healthy meal to other people your cheat meal, that just puts you ahead of the curve, correct?
Right, exactly, yeah.
Okay, that
And
makes
then,
sense.
so for candy, I always had a sweet tooth, like cavities growing up and stuff. So for my sweet tooth, I suppressed that with fruit, natural fruit, the natural sugars, natural stuff like that. Way less calories, you can eat way more, get way fuller. So it's about checking yourself mentally. So as humans, yeah, we are stupid, because the world made us stupid. They promote all this stuff that's not really healthy for us, the soda, candy, all this stupid stuff. But it's based on you to choose what's right for yourself and know better. So stick to what old humans were doing. Back in the day, they didn't have processed sugars. They didn't have processed stuff. They had real fruit. You can go to a tree and pick something off of the tree that you can get,
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
get your sugar cravings,
Yeah, your nutrients,
your
absolutely.
nutrients. Yeah. So that's why if you look them old pictures and stuff like 70s, 60s, 50s, before they started doing the propaganda stuff, they all had ripped bodies mostly, way more slimmer, way.
1 second, guys.
I needed that. Stop! I needed to use this too.
Y'all in trouble.
You getting a whooping. You getting a whooping. Come here.
If you could say one last thing to your old self, what would you say?
It gets better. It gets way better, and it's
Mm,
gonna get way better. So me telling myself to the future journey, I will get the things that I desire. I will achieve the things that I do. Put your faith into God and be the best person that you can, and good things will happen to you. Try to be morally right. Try to do everything as you want it to be done to you. Be the person that you want.
yeah,
Everything cliche, but it's all real stuff. Be the person that you want to be. Just believe in yourself too. Believe in yourself, and it will happen. And you believe in it, but also take the steps to that every single day. Don't just want something and just sit down. Do the best that you can to really try to get the things that you want. And I'll also say you could have done better. You could do better, and you still try to do better. And that's it.
absolutely. All right, thanks, Kai.
Don't believe this is the same person.